Championships, $100 million deals, and all the spotlight you can imagine sometimes just isn't enough. Certain players had dreams as a kid they wanted to accomplish. Others had beef behind the scenes that pushed them over the edge. One instance came when someone felt they were better than LeBron James, and this ego, this delusion, caused some of the most ridiculous trade demands ever. With Kobe being such a legendary player in LA, too many people surprised he didn't actually want to be there. This came in '99 and 2007, two separate trade demands from the Black Mamba himself, and it broke the hearts of many fans that rep the purple and gold. During the 1999 season, Kobe wanted to be traded from the Lakers, and Phil Jackson talked about it in an interview. Jackson claimed that a trade proposal was on the table to send Kobe to the Pistons for Grant Hill after Kobe requested a deal to get done. Jackson said that Jerry West told him about the conversation, where he said he wanted to be traded, and Phil thought for a few seconds to send Kobe away, but ended up denying it. And the rest is history considering what Phil and Kobe accomplished together. In 2007, Kobe was nearly traded again. During an ESPN interview, Kobe said,
"Yeah, I would like to be traded, and as tough as it is to say that, and as tough as it is to come to that conclusion, there's no other alternative, you know."
Stephen A. Smith then asked him if the Lakers could do anything to change his mind, and he said,
"No, you know what, I just want them to do the right thing."
But just like 1999, no deal eventually was made because neither Detroit or Chicago seemed like an ideal spot for Kobe to end up at. He took pride in playing his entire career in LA, so he stuck through it. During an interview, Kobe explained the real reason he wanted to be traded, saying, "Hopefully management knows what it's doing and will provide us with our missing pieces. Hey, I'm just a player. I have no input concerning anything that happens here. I never know what's going on. That's why I went public in May 2007 and demanded a trade. When it became obvious to me that management wasn't trying to compete for a championship, I felt my only recourse was to embarrass owner Jerry Buss into doing it." With Kyrie being a huge part of the Cavaliers team since he was drafted, even a championship and 4 finals appearances in a row couldn't heal the beefs brewing behind the scenes. In 2017, Kyrie shocked the world demanding a trade from the Cavaliers. This happened in July during a meeting with Cavaliers owner Dan Gilbert. Kyrie told him that he wanted to be a part of a team where he was more of a focal point and star rather than just a sidekick to LeBron. NBA.com's David Aldridge reported that Kyrie requested to be traded to the Bulls so he could play alongside Jimmy Butler, but the deal didn't fall through, so it left teams like the Spurs, Knicks, Heat, and Wolves in the mix. But of course, with Irving demanding a deal out of nowhere, Cleveland had to do what was best with the situation and traded him to the Celtics. Boston received Kyrie Irving in exchange for Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, Ante Zizic, and Brooklyn's 2018 unprotected draft pick, which at the time didn't seem like a horrible deal. After Kyrie was traded, he went on ESPN's First Take and talked about the situation, saying,
getting the chance to play with some unbelievable teammates, had the chance to be with some unbelievable coaches as well. Got a chance to develop and evolve as a man, and I just felt it was best for my intentions to leave. As a 25-year-old evolving man, coming in to perfect my craft every single day, I just wanted to be in an environment where I felt like I could be taught every single day and have that demand from my coaching staff and have the demand from a franchise that would propel me to exceeding my potential or seeing how far I can go.
James always had Kyrie in his shadow and was a big reason he wanted to leave. And during an interview, LeBron talked about it and said,
"You know, I was wondering if something I could have did better to make him not want to be traded. Is it the way that the season finished, or was it me coming back in the first place? Was it the coaching changes or the GM change? I don't know. I had so many different emotions go through my head, and try to do whatever I could do to help the kid out, be the best player he can be. I try to give him everything and give him as much of the DNA as I could. The only thing I'm upset about is that he took a lot of the DNA and the blueprints now to Boston. Other than that, I mean, I wish the kid great health, and the kid wanted to do what was best for his, for his career, and I try to do whatever I could, just try to help the kid be as great as he could be or as great as he wanted to be, and and that's it.
With Carmelo Anthony having a team completely built around him in Denver, making the Western Conference Finals in 2009 wasn't enough. He wanted an opportunity he dreamed about when he was a kid, and because of a Knicks teammate, Carmelo got his wish granted. In August of 2009, Carmelo Anthony met with Nuggets team officials and made it clear that he wanted to be traded as soon as possible. Anthony's agents gave the Nuggets a list of teams that Anthony wanted to play for, but the main focus was a team he dreamed to be a part of. The Knicks and the Nuggets eventually agreed to a blockbuster 3-team trade that sent him to the Big Apple. There's always been drama surrounding Melo's name, so after the deal was done, Nuggets head coach George Karl said, "I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's an opportunity to reinvent. I think everybody handled it as classy as you could handle it. There's some sadness to it. There always will be." Anthony's good friend and soon-to-be teammate Amari Stoudemire talked about the deal, saying, "Everyone needs a 1-1-8 punch. And so with the ways that we both can score, we're very versatile, so it's hard to guard us. It's what he wants. It's what I wanted, to come to New York and play on the big stage. He has that same type of swag. This is what he wants, and he can handle it. We're gonna do this together." During an interview, Anthony talked about why he wanted to be traded to the Knicks, saying, "I wanted it. It was something I wanted. I wanted to take that challenge on. Whether I failed at it or not, I wanted to be able to say that I did that. I took it upon myself to say, get me there. I wanted that challenge. Not everybody has that same mentality." With Damian Lillard getting better each season, now entering his prime has him looking at other options. Over the years, there's been plenty of trade rumors surrounding the Blazers, but we've known for quite some time that Dame has had his eyes set on LA. When a player like Lillard has rumors floating around his name, many teams become interested, but the Lakers have always been on top of his priorities at some point in his career. A tweet from 2017 surfaced when a fan asked him, "If you had the opportunity to sign with any team in the league today other than the Trail Blazers, what team would it be?" And Damian responded with a tweet saying, "If the Blazers said they didn't want me, the Utah Jazz or the Lakers." Interestingly, over the years, LeBron has praised Dame, including back in 2018, when he was asked if Lillard was underappreciated or underrated in the league, and James said,
Give me Damian Lillard. I'll show you how appreciated he'll be."
Lillard heard about the trade rumors, and a reporter asked if he'd rather play alongside LeBron, and Dame said, "I don't know because I never played with LeBron, but just watching him from the outside, you see how easy he makes the game for everybody else. I'm not sure what it's like playing with LeBron the person, but the player, I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to play with him. I think we complement each other well, but the only way that ever happens is if my team decides they don't want me no more." Stephen A. Smith broke down the situation surrounding all the rumors going on with Damian, and he said, "If Damian Lillard is going to leave the comfortable and financially beneficial confines of Portland, it's only for 2 places for what I'm being told. He's only interested in New York or LA, one of the two, New York or LA, and by LA I mean the Lakers, not the Clippers. That's what Damian Lillard wants. If they can't improve, meaning the Blazers, and if they can't find anybody, then he's interested in going 1 or 2 places. My sources tell me it's the Lakers or the Knicks." When the league shut down earlier this year, Dame talked about an interview about why he wanted to play for the Knicks, and he said, "As a Knicks fan, I wish I could come here. Madison Square Garden is so great. I thought it was headed there a few years ago. I was hearing trade rumors. The Garden is my favorite place to play." But despite all of the rumors, general manager of the Blazers, Neil Oshie, weighed in saying,
"As much as I love LeBron, he doesn't get to pick his teammates. It's not how it works. This isn't the world of let's just, send a couple of texts out on a string and see who wants to run with us. This is the NBA."
If you've enjoyed this video, then we're sure you'll enjoy the next one. Click on right now and enjoy.